Hi, my name is Tyler Magid, and this is Magic Magid's Astrology, and this is a astrological report for the full moon in Virgo for February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, and it is titled Healthy Habits. The questions on everybody's mind during this full moon in Virgo will be things like, how healthy am I? Do I have any problems of any kind? Am I forming healthy habits? Am I on the right path? Jupiter is in Virgo this year till around summer, and what this means is that there's expansion in our world right now around the idea of health, habits, and public reputation. This year we are supposed to learn what habits are important for us to gain to make it into the future. The full moon highlights where we need to focus some energy in the next coming year to make the best out of Jupiter in Virgo. The sun is in Pisces right now, and the theme of Pisces is escapism and emotional experiences. What this means is that during the full moon, if you run away from some kind of reality check that presents itself, then you may get lost in the Pisces water. This is a time to get back on track, purify your emotions, and know you're on course. If during the full moon you suffer from an emotional reality check from the universe, then you may have an emotional month ahead. But I wish you the best of luck. Next, I will be going over all of the signs and how they will be affected by the full moon in Virgo. Aries. The full moon is occurring in your 6th house, ruled by Virgo, of health, habits, and public reputation. During this full moon, you may begin to culminate a position in a group of friends, and you may be culminating some healthy habits. You might be asking yourself if you are forming healthy habits during this full moon. What kind of progress you are making may come into question, but Jupiter has already been in this place for several months, and you can most likely assume that you have already been on this path for quite some time, and now may be a time to reward yourself. The sun until March 20th is in your 12th house, and this means you may be significantly affected by some use of escapism this month. Be careful of overindulgence and emotional manipulation. Taurus. The full moon occurs in your 5th house this month and means that you could be dealing with some culminations of your health, habits, and public reputation in the world of fun, games, and children. This full moon means that you could feel the need to celebrate something. You're going to have high energy that is going to need to be expressed through already built healthy outlets that you have at your disposal. Virgo trines Taurus, so you should be feeling a very strong influence and a culmination of a lot of energy. The sun is in Pisces till the 20th of March and in your 11th house of large groups and your social circle, and you could gather some information that you may use to your advantage through the month ahead. Be careful not to have too much fun. The general theme of the full moon is healthy outlets, and you may be tempted to do the opposite, but that all depends on your current structures that you use for your habits and health. Gemini. The full moon occurs in your 4th house this month and means that you could deal with some culminations in health, habits, and public reputation surrounding your mother and home and family. This means that you could feel very needy and wanting, and it may feel uncomfortable. You may start to make a change in your routine in your home life and in the ways that you get attention. The moon squares your sun and means that it could be very emotional couple days and you may need support from others. The sun is in your 10th house in Pisces on the opposite side until March 20th, and you may be coming off as closed emotionally during this month and may be feeling like you're holding something back. The patterns and routines you form now in how you receive attention and in your emotional health are the patterns you will use for the rest of the year. Be careful not to use your emotions to dominate and hurt others during this full moon. Cancer. The full moon occurs in your third house and means that during this full moon, culminations may occur in health, habits, and public reputation of your friends you are close to and close neighbors. This means that you may see changes in your friends' habits, health, and reputation. You may feel the need to make changes because your friends are making changes. You may feel the need to conform during this full moon. The sun is opposite in Pisces in your ninth house and trines your sun until March 20th. And this means that most of this month is going to be themed around learning for you, and you may pick up a new hobby or are learning some important lessons. Be careful not to judge others because of their habits, health, and public reputation. Leo. The full moon occurs in your second house and means that during this full moon, culminations may occur in your habits, health, and public reputation surrounding your indulgences and finances. You could begin to form some new habits in the way you eat and how you handle your finances. You may feel the need to form healthy habits in your world. The sun is on the opposite side in Pisces in your 8th house until March 20th. And you may be feeling like deep down you're changing. And during this full moon, you could feel a distinct need to escape with indulgences in something. This month for you will be about how your emotions and feelings about everyone around you is morphing and adjusting. Be careful of getting lost this month in your indulgences and not being able to get back to reality later on. Virgo. The full moon occurs in your first house and means that during this full moon, culminations may occur in health, habits, and public reputation surrounding your ego and self. This means that you may feel the need to express to others the hard work you do and the recognition you deserve. The full moon is in a conjunction with your sun in the first house and is significant because it gives you a chance to shine in the progress that you have made as a person in the last year. The sun is in the opposite side in Pisces in the 7th house and until March 20th, and means that you could be emotionally escaping into a relationship this month. You may have some unresolved emotions surrounding a relationship this month, and means that during the full moon you may need to express emotions surrounding that. Be careful not to fall back into old patterns and habits and to make new ones. This is your year, Virgo. This is your full moon. Express yourself however you feel needed. Libra. The full moon occurs in your 12th house and means that during the full moon, culminations may occur in health, habits, and public reputation surrounding emotional escapism and closure. You may deal with an emotional culmination this month or some form of closure. This represents existing patterns and habits you have in escapism and how you find closure. Beware of overuse of any form of escapism because it could cripple you in the progress you're making. The sun is in the opposite sign of Pisces in your 6th house, which represents Virgo, until March 20th of habits, health, and public reputation. So this whole month is about forming healthy habits for you and will be habits that you use for the rest of the year. Be careful of using your emotions as a crutch this full moon because the rest of the month is about forming healthy habits and you may not want to get used to having a crutch as a habit. Scorpio. This full moon occurs in your 11th house and means that during the full moon, culminations may occur in health, habits, and public reputation of large groups and your circle of friends. You may find that during this full moon that you begin to change the way you perceive the groups you associate yourself with. Your friends may be changing in their personal habits and health, and you may rebel against it. You may be worried about your friends. The sun is in the opposite side in Pisces in the 5th house until March 20th and trines your sun and means that you may feel very good emotionally and powerful. You may want to have a little fun and may want to be partying a little bit. Be careful of using escapism this month when associating yourself with friends. The habits you form now will be hard to break through the rest of the year. Sagittarius. The full moon occurs in your 10th house and means that culminations may occur in the health, habits, and public reputation of authority, rules, and limitations. This means that you could need to change the way that you address authority figures in your life. A parent may be worried about your health, and you may be worried about a parent's health. Your reputation and where you stand in the world may become very important all of a sudden. The sun is in the opposite sign in Pisces until the 20th, and in your 4th house of home and family. It means that you may be very insecure this month and need some form of emotional support that you may feel like you're not receiving. The full moon could bring light to how authority feels about you, and you could feel the need to assert yourself to defend your position in something. Be careful not to form the habit of dominating others to secure your public reputation during this full moon. Capricorn. The full moon occurs in your 9th house and means that culminations may occur in the habits, health, and public reputation of education and teaching. This means that you could form a healthy habit in how you educate yourself and may make a decision to educate yourself in some way. The moon trines your sun and means that you should feel a culmination of energy and may feel on top of the world for a moment in time. The sun is in Pisces in your 3rd house on the opposite side until March 20th. It means that you could be spreading around some drama and having a little bit of fun. Pisces season is all about the emotional waters that you get to play in for a little bit. Be careful not to get too distracted by the drama and emotions that are going on around you and lose track of your goals. Aquarius. The full moon occurs in your 8th house and means that culminations may occur in the habits, health, and public reputation of your change, transformation, and deep emotions in your life. This means that you may have formed some habits to help you with deep emotional struggles and transformation you're going through. If you have any negative habits in change, transformation, and deep emotion that you may be causing you struggles, they will be continuing to cause you struggles. The sun is in the opposite side in Pisces in your 2nd house until March 20th, and you may be very focused on financial concerns and your indulgences this month. You may want to escape from your reality this month with overindulgence and overspending. Be careful to hold on to your finances through rough waters that may be to come. Pisces. The full moon occurs in your 7th house and means that culminations occur in the habits, health, and public reputation of your relationships and business affairs. This means that you may form some habits in the relationships you're in or with someone you share with. If you have any bad habits in relationships, then this may become very apparent during the full moon. You may need to gain some control of your emotions. The sun is in the opposite side in Pisces in your 1st house, and it's your birthday, and it's time to shine with your emotions. You could get a significant ego brush from a partner during this full moon and want to escape emotionally. Be careful to not be overly sensitive this month. No one's meaning to hurt you, and if someone is, you should do something about it.